president, and he went to a grocery store, and he was absolutely stunned by the barcode reader. He had never seen one. He'd never been in a grocery store or any place to go shopping. These guys don't drive themselves.
Right.
They don't shop for themselves. They don't go into any of these restaurants or whatever, except when they're campaigning. It is the most phony thing you can imagine.
It's like when Gwyneth Paltrow just tried to be so noble, and she said, I'm going to try and live off like what people on welfare do. I'm going to go to the grocery store with just $29, and she bought all of this
organic
stuff that clearly shows how out of touch she is with the average person who is shopping on welfare. I think she lasted about 2 days with all of her limes and greens and everything.
Somebody that's shopping on welfare with a $29 a week budget, they're going to be buying stuff like ramen noodles.
Exactly.
They're going to be buying high-end organic vegetables. And that's one of the reasons why we've got the obesity issues that we've got in here. But they're going to have to buy the ultra cheapest food, and that's going to be loaded with all kinds of toxic preservatives and fillers, and it's basically Soylent Green, but it comes in a variety of different colors.
Yeah, tons of flavors. Well, and, you know, I got to give it to Rand Paul, because, you know, that's one thing that I do appreciate about him, is that he, rather than following what the reporters are choosing to speak about, which is Hillary Clinton at Chipotle, so rather than jumping on that little bandwagon, he's been getting out ahead of them and spinning the normal narrative around, where it's usually only Republicans and things are going to be asked about their stance on abortion. And he got right out there and made this huge thing about, well, why don't you ask the Democratic Party about if they think life starts, or if they think it's okay to kill a 7-pound baby.
And that's the key thing. Talking about a 7-pound baby, not talking about the term, not talking about some kind of abstract thing about, well, philosophically, when does life begin? I remember when I ran for Congress as a Libertarian Party candidate, and it was really kind of just a paper candidacy, but I participated in some debates. And I remember people asking me about that, and I had never really thought about abortion. I never had to think about it personally. And I remember when I looked up, partial birth abortion was the issue at that point in time, and I said, okay. I realized at that point that it was I realized that it wasn't about a dispute as to when life began. They were willing to kill full-term babies, and that was the key with what Rand Paul said.
Right.
When he said, would you kill a 7-pound baby?
Yeah.
People can relate to that.
He said nobody went out and asked, no journalist went and asked Hillary Clinton how she felt about late-term abortions while she was out talking about her daughter about to give birth.
Yeah.
I mean, if that was a Republican, you know, if the tables were turned, it would be a completely different opportunity for them to say, well, you know, late-term abortions, I mean, this could be Chelsea, and nobody went there with Clinton. So once again, we're probably going to see no one going there with Clinton on these donations.
Yeah, we got that clip. Let's play that clip.
Senator, the DNC is picking up on your comments you made with AP this morning on abortion, and I just want to know where you do stand on exemptions. Should there be any exemptions for abortion or not?
What's the DNC say? You know, I guess here's the question. You know, we always seem to have the debate way over here on what are the exact details of exceptions or when it starts. Why don't we ask the DNC, is it okay to kill a 7-pound baby in the uterus? You go back and you ask Debbie Wasserman Schultz if she's okay with killing a 7-pound baby that is just not yet born yet. Ask her when life begins, and you ask Debbie when she's willing to protect life. When you get an answer from Debbie, come back to me.
Thank you, guys.
And they did that. And they did that, and when they talked to her, she said she wouldn't back down from that. She would kill a 7-pound baby. And that's what I realized when I took a look at this for the first time, and I realized what their real agenda was. And it changed my mind on it. It's one of the things that was really important that came out of me getting involved in that process at that time. I think Rand Paul has been an absolute master so far in terms of the way that he has put this stuff out, and in terms of addressing vital issues that other people completely avoid.
Right.
I am just absolutely stunned, however, that he has been in full court press for this Trans-Pacific Partnership. He and Ted Cruz and Marco Rubio and all these people who want to run as Republicans for a presidential candidate, they are all signing on to this agreement that is being negotiated by corporate lawyers in secret that we're not allowed to see. And it just absolutely amazes me that, and I understand it's a difficult thing for a Republican to come up and say, I oppose this free trade agreement, when they put it out there as a free trade agreement. But you have to get ahead of that, and you have to say that it is not free trade, just like the Patriot Act is not patriotic. They put these labels on, and they try to put you in a corner, but real leadership is going to come out there and stand up for American sovereignty and for the American economy. And we know how this has played out with NAFTA. We know that 20 years after, Petraeus and others are saying America is finished. We no longer have America.
Right.
We have North America. That's what they're saying. And if you understand that's their mindset, then the open borders makes absolute total sense. And it makes sense as to why the Republicans won't do anything about open borders either.
Absolutely. And it also, you know, it also sort of seems like they are expecting that it is the end of America when you have people like Rand Paul, who has been very outspoken against fast tracking the TPP, and now he's kind of made an about face.
Yeah, he did.
Obviously, a lot of things have been happening with China and Russia and them opening their new banking system and everything. So they know we've got to make this pivot to Asia. But why can't we know what it means for America? How do we know it's good for America if we don't actually know what's in it?
Really disturbs me. Well, Leanne is going to be anchoring the nightly news tonight, so join us then, and I'm probably going to step in a little bit, and we'll talk a little bit about Trans-Pacific Partnership and the Transatlantic Partnership. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Communist China freely allows the sale of bulletproof armor plates, while our U.S. politicians argue from banning Americans from owning body armor.
Does that sound right to you?
Arm your American body at InfidelBodyArmor.com. Infidel Body Armor just won't quit.
Hi, Ted Anderson with Midas Resources. Is it time to convert paper 401ks and IRAs to solid gold and silver yet? Get our 10 Reasons book free. Call 800-686-2237. That's 800-686-2237.
Hey, Boomer! I learned in school today that 60% of our bodies are made of water. Good thing we have the Berkey system. It's the cleanest, best water ever. Mom says it's because the Berkey's filtration system cleans out the bad stuff and leaves only pure, delicious water. I know, right? You love it too. Yeah, I'm thirsty too. Let's go get some. Get Berkey clean water by calling 877-886-3653. That's 877-886-3653. Or visit GoBerkey.com.
I want more candy. I want more video games. Line.
And it's that type of behavior that spurred me to do the research to develop a true nutraceutical formula that was designed to smooth out and help children focus. All of our children are hit with modern mind control. Television, music, fast food, GMOs, sugars, you name it. Young humans have not yet developed their nervous system and are being hammered daily by globalist concoctions. It's no wonder they can't focus and calm down and then are put on dangerous psychotropic drugs. Working with my team, we set out to find the best formula with the highest quality ingredients that children would actually like and take. We worked with the leading manufacturer in nutritional supplements that are safe for children to bring you the most affordable and powerful calming formula out there. Introducing Child Ease with herbs and calming extracts like chamomile and lemon balm and essential nutrients that taste great. Obtain your Child Ease today at InfoWarsLife.com. That's Child Ease exclusively at InfoWarsLife.com.
It's time to build your own emergency food stockpile with the industry leader, My Patriot Supply. Once you try them, you'll know why so many Americans like you have made them part of their emergency preparedness plan. Experience the My Patriot Supply difference today with this unbelievable offer. Right now, a 4-week food supply is only $99, and that includes free shipping. That's 50% off the online price. Call 800-274-3070 to claim yours. Limit 2 per caller while supplies last. This offer isn't available online, so you want to make sure and grab this opportunity to get prepared today. 800-274-3070 to get your 4-week food supply for the incredible price of only $99, and it'll be shipped to you completely free. Call 800-274-3070 right now. That's 800-274-3070 to claim yours while supplies last. Don't wait. Call today.
Can run on for a long time, run on for a long time.
Welcome back to the Alex Jones Show. I'm David Knight, and joining me is Leanne McAdoo. We're going to go back, and she has a couple more things to say about this Hillary Clinton, Clintons for Cash, I guess is what they ought to call it, but it's Clinton Cash is the name of the book. We're going to go back to that in just a moment. Just want to let you know, as we're talking about the economic hardships that we're seeing in Greece, as I mentioned, we've seen this happen in Venezuela. They will shut down the country, but they will pay the banks first. We saw it happen in Venezuela, where the Marxists did it. and the bankers got 700% return on their investment. We see that it's happening now in Greece. It will happen here if push comes to shove. You need to be able to, you need to prepare for your family. You need to have things set aside so that if we have some kind of a drastic economic crisis, and you never know how long it's going to take to come to fruition, you need to be prepared. That's why we have preppers. That's why we have people who are into preparedness. And again, at the InfoWars site, we have a way for you to do this with your food, something we don't talk about as often as we have in the past, but there's no better way to protect yourself and to have a high-quality emergency food supply than to get food from My Patriot Supply. And we sell that through the InfoWarsStore.com. Again, you can visit InfoWars Store right now, and you can prepare for your family whatever is coming with My Patriot Supply at the lowest price we have available right there at InfoWars Store. And, of course, that supports our operation as well as lets you provide for an uncertain future. When we look at the military drills that are going, when we look at the these partnerships, these trade agreements that are coming through, I mean, to me, it looks very grim in the near future. And, of course, all we need to have happen, Leanne, is for the petrodollar to tank. And then all bets are off as to what happens in this country economically. That's what's kept us in a financial budget, a bubble, should say, for 40 years, is that petrodollar. Now, we were just talking about this book. It looks like it's going to be pretty revealing. But we have an article up on Infowars.com, Hookers for Hillary. These are people that are in the Nevada...
the Bunny Ranch. Bunny Ranch,
which basically is legal prostitution in Nevada. It's illegal, I think, in Las Vegas, but in the state it's legal. And they're saying one of the reasons that these hookers, one of the reasons that they support her is because of her stance on foreign policy. They say that's one of the reasons they've endorsed her. And, of course, endorsing her for foreign policy really is saying that she's really one of their own, because she has offered herself essentially as a prostitute to these foreign governments, giving money to her foundation. Has Bill Clinton been collecting the donations from the Bunny Ranch in person? I don't know. Yeah. I mean, are they his? Could be. Well, one of the things they said, that I'll stick by any woman that stands by her man in a cheating relationship so that she can further her career. There you go. I mean, she's furthering her career no matter what happens, and she's getting money from these foreign governments no matter what happens. I mean, she basically is, she's not really selling herself. She's selling us, which is really the bad thing. I mean, so I guess you would call her not necessarily a hooker, but she would be a pimp. She's selling us into slavery. And she's selling us on the idea of selling ourselves. Yeah. She is pimping us out. So it's apropos that there is now a Hookers for Hillary group. But she wants us to believe that the idea that taking tens of millions of dollars from foreign governments, the idea that, you know, we would somehow be influenced by those donations is preposterous. For us to even accuse her of this is just an absurd conspiracy theory, is what her campaign is saying. And they know that this at least gives the appearance of corruption, because just last week, the foundation revised their policy of where they're going to be able to be taking in these foreign donations. They're still going to be getting them from countries like Germany, Canada, the Netherlands, and Britain, but they will prohibit giving by other nations in the Middle East. So they admit right there that they know that it's wrong. Thank you so much, Leanne McAdoo. She'll be doing the nightly news tonight, and I'll probably be joining her as well. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Thank you for listening to GCN. Visit GCNlive.com today.
Another major health threat, this one in Toledo, Ohio, where everybody in the entire city has been told not to drink the water.
Ohio's governor declaring a state of emergency.
Did you know that the average person uses about 80 to 100 gallons of water at home every single day? If there's a water emergency, will you be prepared?
Panicked residents forming long lines throughout the day.
We're here at a supermarket in Toledo. You can see the shelves empty where water once was.
To stay safe and healthy during a crisis, you must must have access to safe, clean water. Water which will not be available at your local grocery store.
There's a mad dash on right now to stock up on supplies.
The ProPure Pro 1 G2.0 water filtration system is a must-have for every modern, independently minded household. Protect your family's safety during an emergency. Go to InfoWarsStore.com today to purchase your ProPure Pro 1 G2.0 water filtration system or call 1-888-253-3139.